Hey, YouTube, this is Darcy here. I'm going to be showing you a new Evol deck that I just use for solda. It's just to bring out solda more often because I'm kind of sick of people, well, that Revolvers can't really get over stuff. So it's good for a solda for 2600 and can destroy special summons and can be shot by card effects, which people find it difficult to get over. So, hope you enjoy. Of course, 3 Westfall. Your wall and of the deck. 1900 defense, I think it's amazing. People just, if they know, if they see you set a card, the first thing will be like, oh, it's Westlow. If I have no out, I'll just won't attack it. So they'll set warning or something, Valor. So I don't know. Sometimes I like to take the risk. It's just like, oh, okay, they didn't attack, so they have something. But if they set a monster, then I just go, okay, flip Westlow. If they have a response, then you can normally a few of the times you just have other plays to go for. Like example, Nagashio, Evol Force, it's just plays like that. So you don't really mind if this guy gets stopped, like from warning or something. At least you like bit in 2k from him, from a Wessel. So I think it's good. 3 Nagashio, just there for your Evol Force plays most of the time, and maybe actually mostly Evol Force, and good with Econ. Econ, tribute the guy, tribute this, take our guy. Get either Serato or Volcano if you have another Volcano. You've Volsar Engrave, and you can just use their monster to exceed with your Serato. And then you get to keep their guy and get a free exceed, and that was only from 2 cards, and you've munched up one of their cards with by doing that. So it's pretty good, especially if they've got like they're sitting behind a wall or something, or a big guy that you can't go over, like Gars for example. That's 2/7 attack. You've always struggle trying to get over Gars unless they have Dolka, but then they have to make Dolka before they drop Gars, which is most likely not to happen. So Econ's still pretty good. No, still pretty good. Just to take their guys, and good. Just like it's still again the same situation. A big guy, but you don't open with these, but you have Econ, so you can just go summon, attack, Econ, your guy goes to defense, run it over. So and this is probably not really important, but 2k defense. It's good sometimes just to set the guy. He's just like, haha, you're not gonna get over this. Stupid. Your petty saber sorcerers can't get over my 2k wall. Haha. I only play 1 El Janeiro. 2 is pretty I mean, most of the time you'd rather just go Evol Force to Nagashio. But with El Janeiro is probably the only best time to use it. It's like your very first turn, just so you can Evol Force, tribute, Serato, shuffle the Volcano back, shuffle, draw a card. But don't get me wrong, still a good card. Just don't run a lot. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just you would rather go for Nagashio than El Janeiro. So I don't really want to just be like, draw an El Janeiro. Oh, but I've got Nagashio in hand. I'd rather get Nagashio out than get this guy out. So I think 1's good enough for me. Scenario, your Rabbit, not as good. I mean, not as great as Rabbit. Does the same thing, but it has to kill something, and that kind of struggles with 1600 attack points. But I think it's good because you can get your level 6s out like really fast. You can get, if you do manage to kill a guy, you can get 2 aliases. I've got a free solda from this one guy. So I know that's another reason for Econ as well. It's so he can get his effects off more often. And you can make Lagia, Dolka, or Solda from this one card. So I think 3 is a bit much actually. You don't really want to draw it constantly, and the fact you only have like 3 targets. That's Serato, Volcano, Alias. It's just so 2 is probably the right number for the Solda deck. I mean, I don't play Castanerio in any like just the laggy and Dolka ones. But if it's a solda version, sure, yeah, because you can get them out more easily. Volsars. 3 aliases. I think alias is pretty beefy for a wall. I mean, your opponent's got a lag here. You go summon that. Even if they Veiler it, it's a 2/4 wall. So Nagash, Yo Force, Serato, and then Alias, and if this Alias gets another Alias or a Tyrius, if they're stuck in hand. So I like to play 3. I just love the 2/4 defense. It's like the same match as Lagia, so you can stall against Rabbit for a bit. But it's not going to help if they probably have a lot of destruction spells like Smashing Ground. But some don't play that. But just watch out if they do. But most of the time when you use Alias's effects, you're normally going for the solda, because you can get Serato, then Alias gets Tyrius, solda. So you've got a solda and a Serato, and that only took 2 cards, and that was Negatio and Evil Force, and yeah, and that Alias that you brought back. But you weren't really going to do anything with the Alias. So I think that's only like 3 cards you used just to get a solda, which people find it hard to get over, and a Serato, which kills a guy, add 1. So if you do manage to kill a guy, you're able to plus. So if you do manage to pull that off, then you've managed to just only use 2 cards to get solda and Serato. So yeah, I'd max these out. I think they're good. I only play 1 Tyrius. It's not that good. I mean, I remember when it first came out, I kind of looked at it and I kind of rushed. I read it quite fast. I was like, oh cool, it gains 500 when it's special with a Volta. It's a 2/9 beater, that's good. Then when it came to the sneak peek, I read it again. I was like, wait, it loses 500. Then I started thinking to myself, like, why would they make a guy that loses 500 attack if it's special with a Volta? They're trying to make this bad. But then you don't really care about the effect. You only care about the level, type, attribute, and it's an evil sword. It's just like another target for an alias to get, because it's pretty odd just running 3 aliases just so alias can get alias. So it's good just to have this guy, and it only loses 500 if you special with it by Voltail. So if you go alias, get Tyrius is still 2/4. So it can be a beater, but then you wouldn't really use it for a beater if you use alias to bring it out, because then you just make solda, which is a lot safer because you can't be triple card effects, and it's bigger and can destroy special monsters. So I only play 1. I mean, two or 3, nah, I would just get stuck in hand. Still 3 Serato. Serato's still, in my opinion, amazing. When it's special, comes into a 2/1 attacker, which gets over most stuff. And even though, see if he kills a Raikou, see if the Raikou pops in, he still gets a search, because the card doesn't have to go to the grave. So when he attacks, Raikou flips, gets destroyed, then Raikou pops Serato, then Serato gets his effect to add on a Voltail. So it's like Guaiba, so that's why I just noticed that like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I read the text again, read Guaiba, it was like, they have the same text, and Guaiba gets a guy if Raikou. So I asked a couple of people in my locals saying, does Serato get the guy? Many people have read it, and the majority of them says, yeah, you do get the effect, because they had a Guaiba with them, and to make sure they read a Guaiba. So I was quite happy that you can just go attack the Raikou. Oh, it dies. I can add a Westlow now, set 1, go. So then it's just so you can just always have a guy out, so your opponent goes, that's a Westlow, I don't want to. So I think 3 is amazing, and it's also just a good guy to bring out, if you know what I mean. You can just go Evil Force, Negatio. Oh, okay, I'll just get Serato with an alias. Your main part of it, yeah, is the alias, but it doesn't hurt to get another big guy out. So it's just the fact that his effects only work. Well, not only work, it works first. If you've got a Serato first, then alias, because it still gets the boost. Only play 2 Volcano. I mean, I don't like 3. The consistency of it, I just hate drawing the Volcano. It really annoys me. Like, your opening hand, it's like, 2 Volcanos, really. And it's just majority dead in your hand, unless you get the El Janeiro. But when I was playing 3 Volcano, I was playing 2 El Janeiro, so that kind of was okay. So I always managed to shuffle the Volcano back. But I like to, because you barely draw them. You don't, in solda version, you barely use it. Barely use it. So it's just, you normally just go for the solda play, because I honestly cannot believe how people struggle with an, solda. Because it's good, because then they can't really pull off the rabbit play. If you manage to go first, get solda out, they're gonna go rabbit. It's dead now, and I can't dark hole it because it can't be destroyed by card effects. And it's good. It's just soldas. It can get over loads of things, and it can pop things. It can't be destroyed. So the only thing they have to play is prison, which most people kind of not play anymore. Actually, most people don't play prison anymore, or compulse. They're the two main ones I can think of off the top of my head. So I only play 2 because I still make Lagi and Doka. I mean, they're both amazing, but 2 is fine because I don't like to draw them that much. 2 Valor. Just, again, stop the rabbit plays, stop the Insector plays. Basically, I'm just kind of focused on the top decks. Chaos Dragons, for instance. I think Solda has a chance against them. It's just the fact that Chaos Dragons can just keep bringing out big guys. Like, you can just go, okay, make Light Pulsar. Oh, that's fine. My guy's 2/6. Ram. Okay. Get Red Eyes. Shit. Detach. Destroy it. Alright. Monster Reborn. Detach it. Detach. Destroy. Okay, now Dark Hole. I mean, I know that's kind of good for me, actually. Come to think of it, that's like 4 cards they have to use. No, just 3. Yeah, 3 cards they have to use just to get rid of that 1 card. So like you've kind of eaten up a lot of cards in that way. I mean, I don't think I can come up with any other way you can get rid of Solda without using less cards. Unless they run Book of Moon and the Dark Hole. So that's probably the main one actually. That's probably the one that wins. Just the Book of Moon, Dark Hole, haha. But then again, that's 2 for 1. So you've eaten up an extra card. So if they do want to get rid of Solda, they have to use more cards in their hand. And that gives you an opportunity just to go rush, bang. I can just do crap loads of damage. So, that kind of just went off the Valor part. Right, anyway, Valor just stops Rabbit most of the time. I mean, that's probably the main reason I run Valor. Because Chaos Dragon's not so much, because then they still have a 2-8 attacker. So, yeah. But the 2 Valors are fine for me. Because stop Tour Guide. So, next turn, summon Serato or something. No, yeah, summon. They go Tour Guide Rabbit. Valor. Casnario. Oh crap, if I can't stop this attack, then he's getting a Lagia. It's like, yeah. But still, if they manage to get rid of Casnario, then, I don't know, set some stuff. It's just good to slow them down a bit. And also get you a chance to push back, like with your Lagia and Doka and Solda. So it's a good way to push back. I can't really think of another main reason for Effect Valor these days. Right, onto the spells. Of course, 3 Roa. I mean, come on. I think everyone's deck wishes or they had 3 Brotas in their deck. Like I think heroes would like to have 3 Botas, or Sams would like to have 3 Botas. Just decks, they just like. I mean, it's good because I don't know, it adds a guy just to make your plays off. So basically, Evol Diversity. I think one of the good things is they can add either or, Evoltal or Evolsar, and it doesn't have to be any level. So you can flip Westlow, get Alias or Terius, probably Terius because you don't really want to waste your aliases. Evol Diversity, tribute Westlow, get Alias, see Solda. You can just add your aliases as well. But most of the time, I normally add Negasho because you're stuck with an Evil Force. Draw that, you go, haha. I'm going to make a Lagia Solda. I can actually make both. But You just laugh when you draw that with an Evil Force. You just go, yes, I'm getting a Lagia or a Solda, whatever deck you're going to best, and which one's more suitable for the deck. So I think every deck would like to have 3 rotas, so I definitely max these out. 3 Evil Force, the card I was explaining earlier. Great with Negatios. Basically, 2 cards, get Lagia. 2 cards. 2 cards, get Solda. 2 cards, get Doka. What I like about this deck, actually, that Rabbit does not. Rabbit can't make Solda. So I'm trying to use Solda as much as I can to actually have a chance with Rabbit. Because if I don't open with Solda card, if I don't open Solda, then I think I'm going to struggle if they open with Rabbit. So it's kind of just who gets what game. If I get Solda, I have more chance of winning. If I don't get Solda, and they have Rabbit, I probably have lost. If I don't open Solda, and they don't open Rabbit, I've got a better chance. So it's more onto me, because I can draw more stuff that can help me. But what can they draw? They can draw Rabbit or Tour Guide. And they're the main one. I don't think they want to draw their Saber Sources or Capizals, to be honest. Snowmaneer, that could help. But what I can draw Westlow, Negatio, Evil Force, Serato, a 19 beater. It's just that extra card Westlow I can have. It's just to get more guys. So I think Evil Force is one of the best spell cards in this deck, especially because it gets many of your plays off. And I mean, that's probably can make every single play in this deck. Probably every single play. So I think this must be a 3. It can't be a 2, a 1. I think it has to be a 3 for your deck to be actually fast. Because then you want to open it more times than ever. So I like to play 3 because I think it's amazing for this deck. 2 Duality, just to get the cards I need most of the time. What's good though, I can just go Duality. Oh, I got a Westlow, set some back row. Damn, that's me done. I can sit with that play. Because if they know I have Westlow, they probably won't attack it. I know I've already mentioned this many times, but it's true though. Most of the time, if they see you out of Westlow, sure you can shuffle your hand as much as you want, but once you set a guy, they're going, that's a Westlow. I'm not attacking that. I'll just wait. I'll just set my warning or have a Veiler in hand. I'll let them flip it so I can kill it. So most of the time, it's good to add. It's good to add your Evil Forces as well. It's really good to add your Evil Forces. Stuck with a Negatio in hand. Play that. Get an Evil Force. Okay, that'll do me for next turn. Next turn, get guy. So I think this is a good way just to add your cards. 2 Econ. 1, it says tribute. Get your Negatio and El Tanero plays off. And 2, it helps you get rid of big guys. So I think this is the perfect fit for this deck. Just to get over big guys that you just cannot handle. Basically, if there's a guy... Sorry, just a little burp there. If there's a guy over 2-6, 2-6-50, you can't go over that. You just can't. So it's good just to have always, if their defense is weaker, which is most of the time, actually. It was like Pulsar's defense, like 1500. So you can just use that. It's like Castanerio, attack, Econ. You gotta go to defense, kill it. It's just, it helps. Most of the time you use it just to tribute to take your guy, Negatio, get a guy, exceed. But actually it's half and half, actually. You can use it to tap, get over your big guy, exceed Lagia. So I've got a guy which I can just set on now. So I like Econ a lot. Of course, Storm, Reborn, Darkfall. No need to explain them cards. I honestly think this card might be going off. Or maybe this, since that new card Storm that came out. I think that came out just to say, yeah, we're thinking about this going. So, watch yourselves. I only have 1 Lance. I would play 2, but I think 1... Well, I would play 2, yes, if I had to. But I think I still play a Lance because it's still amazing. Lagia, Yeah, you're stuck with a lag here. Alright, I'll make him immediate materials. Dark hole. Lance, my guy. Oh, he still isn't the gate. Damn it, that ruined my plan. So, I think Lance is probably one of the best spell cards I've seen. It stops guys getting destroyed, helps Rabbit like a crap load. It just helps decks keep their guys. And you can use the losing 800 as your advantage for Casenario, getting over big guys. So it's good for two things. It can help you in both ways. It can help you get over a guy or protect your guy. So it's good. I would play two, so I only have one though. Avarice, just to get your guys back, just to refuel for Volcano or Ilias or Casenario or Wetflow. It just refuels your deck. And to MST. I took Diplos out for the MSTs because I don't really want to run, because I'm running 22 monsters just now. So I think 21 now actually. 21 or 22. But at the time I was running like 24. So I had to take out, I was looking through that, it's like, I can take out Diplos for MST. I mean, because they both do the same thing. But probably the one thing that Diplo does better is an Evolsaur. So Evolsaur for Casenario. More targets for Westlow. But then there's the good part of MST, you can use it anytime. You don't have to use Westlow to pop a spell trap. You can just go, activate. Okay. But with Diplo, you have to go, flip Westlow. Is that fine? Okay. Summon Diplo. Is that fine? There's more chances of a monster summon getting negated than a spell card getting negated. Honestly, it depends which spell card, but most normal summons that get negated. I mean, where have you ever seen an MST get negated like that? There's none. I don't think they would go, okay, MST, Dark Bribe. Okay, yeah, that was a stupid reason. But you know what I mean. But I still, MST, yeah, I took Diplos out for MSTs. On the traps, Storm Brigade. Only traps I play. Because I think traps are pointless, because then they don't help you most of the time. I mean, I'd rather be sitting with an Econ, a Lance. I'd rather have most of my spell cards. I mean, I honestly think I'm playing 15, 16 spells. Hold on, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm playing 17 spells, which help you get your plays off more often. So, they're the only traps I play, the Storm Brigade. I'll probably get a lot of comments saying, why are you not playing Prison, blah blah, because I'd just rather have a Lance or an Econ, because I can use them straight away. I can use them straight away. That's probably one of the best, probably my only reason that's why it's better, and that's enough. You can just use, because you don't really want to go, please attack me so you fall into my trap card. I'd rather just go summon, attack. I can play this now. I don't really have to rely on my opponent just to go attack me. So anyway, on to the extra deck. One Stardust. It's one of the level 8s. I mean, I only play like 3 synchros. Actually, I'll just show you the 3 synchros. Those are all the synchros I play. A level 8, a 6, and a 5. Because you know how much I remember not running a Stardust, and there was so many times I could have made a level 8 and it actually cost me the game. That really annoyed me. It's just I had like I think it was a level 7, a guard. No, I think it was guards when I was running guards, and my opponent had a red eyes or something, and I had loads of plays. I don't know. I can't really remember, to be honest, but it was like a Stardust, a level 8. A level 8 would help me. I mean, I'd rather just have a Scrap Dragon, but Stardust is more reliable, if you know what I mean. So, and of course, Caspar Brown. I don't need to explain them at all. Right, and now for the 13 exceeds. All the grade 3s. Number 7, Leviathan. Number 20, Giga Brilliant. Livier the Sea Dragon. Obviously, this is stupid when it gets off. If you have a Lagia, you flip Westlow, get a Lagia. You don't care if you're just going to summon a Westlow. I do it like most of the time. If my opponent attacks me, I can Just go flip Wessel. If Wessel lives, get Volcano. Volcano gets Serralo. Go. Alright, draw. Numbers from Wessel. Get the brilliant. Detach. My lag is now on 2700. A 27 solemn. That's going to get hard to get over. Or better yet, a 26 Dolka. Come on, I'm pretty sure most of you get really annoyed if they go, oh, I can just summon a guy, get run over the Dolka. But what guys go over Dolka that's 2/6 that doesn't use effects to get it out? I mean, there's not many. So it's pretty good if you have a Dolka on 2/6. Well, I do anyway. I like it when Dolka's on 2/6. Right. All the fours. Utopia, Roach, Maestro. I do have other level 4s, but I want to show the Evol Zors together. Evol Zors, sorry. Basically, of course, amazing against Killer Dragons, good to go over big guys, and it's level 4 Zenmains. It's a good replacement for Zenmains. Except, I probably make more 4s than 3s, to be honest. Yeah, I do. I make more 4s than 3s, so. Just this good against Chaos Dragons. This, it's a 2/5. Negates attacks. Gets over big guys. And to them names. So I don't really have to put much detail into them guys. And all the Evol Stars. Dolka. 3 Lagia. Dolka 3 Lagia. That's probably a mess. And 2 Solda. All my Evol Stars there. I only run 1 Dolka now. I had to. I traded one off for some Vanguard stuff. Yeah, I also play Vanguard, but I don't think there's any point in putting some decks up on YouTube, because I don't think anyone would probably watch them, to be honest. I mean, I doubt people will watch this, but I just do it. I don't know. I just do it anyway. So anyway, they're all the Evol Stars. What I love really much about Solda. Priority's gone. They can't call priority when you destroy with special summons, which I think's awesome. They can't just go Monster Reborn Red Eyes, I'll destroy that, call priority, get like Pulsar. No, can't do that anymore. All they can do now is Monster Reborn Red Eyes, destroy it. Fuck. All they can do is just go, what am I going to do now? And it only detaches 1 material to do that, which I don't think is a big cost at all. But the downside is, if they manage to make you detach all your materials, then it can be destroyed by card effects. So, on me, right. Of course, 3 Lagias. Dolka. Yeah, they're the obvious ones, but they're the new ones. I think Solda gets out more than Lagia or Dolka, because I like to make Solda more, because Rabbit find it difficult to get over Solda. It's just good if they don't know, especially if they don't not know Solda's effect. They go Rabbit, gets 2 Saber Sources, detach, both your Saber Sources get destroyed. I think that's happened on DN one time actually. Yeah, it happened on DN. I had Solda out. They go summon Rabbit. I was like laughing. I was like, why'd you summon Rabbit? I was like, oh my god, it's like a guy actually just going to do this. You could get 2 Saber Sources, and you kind of rushed into Lagia. It's like, hold on, I'm going to detach to destroy both your Saber Sources. No, it only destroys 1. No, it destroys 2. Because they were summoned at the same time, so they get destroyed at the same time. And my opponent rage quit. Literally just went out. Quit. I was laughing though, I was like, wow. So, I was just thinking to myself, wow, Solda's actually pretty good against Rabbit. Most probably Rabbit players disagree with me saying, oh, Vol's a crap. Why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't care if the deck's crap. Oh, but look at the YCS. I don't care. I just enjoy decks that I like to play. I don't really focus on the top decks. I just go for decks that... Normally, I go for decks that no one else plays. Come on, Evols. I mean, you barely see them in a YCS. I go for decks that just... I find enjoyable. And I have a scout around saying, are you going to be playing this? No. Are you going to be playing this? No. I'll play them. Played it. Actually, quite decent. What makes it decent? These guys. If they didn't have these guys at all, if they didn't have them guys, deck would be terrible. But it's good, this deck has these guys. These guys are the main guys, which I just love about them. I just love the thought that these were made for Evols. Weren't made for Rabbit, were made for Evols. I mean, I don't care that Rabbit uses them. I just like the thought that the reason they brought them out was for this deck. Was because of this deck. So, I just like the thought that they've actually made it for the deck that I play. I don't mind, I don't really want any haters coming on saying, oh, the Rabbit's better. Lagia and Dolka's better than Rabbit. I know they're better than Rabbit. They make it faster than Evols. But I just think that Evols make them more. I think Evols make these guys more than Rabbit. Rabbit makes it faster. Evols make them more. That's so. I mean, I think probably getting them out faster is better because they'll just negate what you do. So I think that's better. But if you manage to go first turn and make a Lagia, then you're going to negate what they do. Next turn, make another Lagia. You can make it more because of Volcano, which I think is a great boost. So anyway, it was just the version for Solda. The Solda version, which I think's... I'm not going to say better than the Lagia or Dolka version. It's just, I think it's more reliable. I mean, I don't really want to just sit there on a Lagia, negate one thing, and then they just go, oh, I can Dark Hold you now. I just don't like the way that done at all. I just like, it's good to have a thought that Solda, it's a 2/6, can't be destroyed by card effects, and can destroy special summon monsters. Which, in my opinion, can get past anything. It can probably stay in the field for ages. They can just go Chaos Sorcerer, detach, destroy it. BLS, detach, destroy it. What? Most of my opponents do that. I mean, they go BLS, destroy it. Monster Reborn, destroy it. Wait, you can do that twice? Doesn't say once per turn. Then again, that's probably just noobs, to be honest. I'm not saying that's probably not a bad point, but I think that's just people that didn't know what Solda does. But that's a good thing, because then people won't expect this card, which gets me a huge advantage. So anyway, that's my deck for Solda. I probably talked for like 30 minutes or something. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the film. Well, yeah, it was probably more like a film than the length of it. Like, see you YouTube.